This is the Fredericksburg Neighbors Podcast, the place where local businesses and neighbors come together. Here's your host, Dory Stewart.
Welcome back to another episode of the FXBG Neighbors Podcast, where we share the stories of our favorite local brands. I'm excited for you to introduce you to my guest today. We've got Seydi joining us. She is with Empower and Sparkle Studios. Seydi, welcome to the podcast.
Hi, thank you for having me.
I am so excited to learn more about you and your business. So let's start there. Share with us, what is Empower and Sparkle Studios?
Thank you. Empower and Sparkle Studios is a creative studio focused on empowerment, powerful portraiture, along with community. And we provide a space that not only empowers individuals, but also other creatives that are wanting to create something powerful for themselves as well.
I love that. Okay, so I want to know about how this started. Tell me about your background and what led you to start this business.
Well, photography is something that just started from a time that I was very young. I had my first digital camera back to when Polaroid started. And so the love for photography was something that has been with me since I was a child. However, I never thought of it as something that I could create a career of. Being in the military has had us moving every 3 years. And so imagine the adaptability that it takes, having to find a job was something very challenging that was met with a passion that I was able to turn into a career for myself. And so one thing led to the other. And from creating powerful imagery over the years, I was met with so many individuals who were coming in and they weren't feeling like themselves. They weren't feeling great, or they needed some sort of perspective shift, is what I like to call it. And so what I created was something that went beyond what I could have imagined, a community, and something based on helping an individual see a side of themselves that maybe they hadn't been in touch with before or had. And so we just opened up the doors to empower people in different ways with portraiture.
What a cool business. And not only are you doing something that you're passionate about and that you love, but what you're doing for other people as well, empowering them and making them feel, amazing. You've got to just fly out of bed in the morning and be so excited for that next photo shoot.
Absolutely. Each one is unique in its own way and exciting in its own way. I don't have a boring day in my life.
I love that. So walk me through what the process is like. So let's say someone listening is thinking, okay, I'd love to come in for a photo shoot. Walk me through what that process looks like.
Well, we're a fully guided experience. A lot of people coming in don't even know what they want. They just know they see beautiful photos online and they wonder, could that be me?
Mm-hmm.
And so we try to make the process very simple. You go online, you book your session online if you'd like to. You don't have to get on a phone call with me, but you can. You have the option to either speak to me directly, or once you're booked, you'll also be given access to an online portal, which will have all of your questionnaires. It will give you an intro with our video so that you don't have to read through a ton of information that's going to feel overwhelming, where we just tell you a little bit about what you can expect, what our packages look like, what the experience looks like, because the idea of a session isn't one size fits all. Everybody's looking for something different. Everybody's coming in from different walks of life. And so we want to make sure that the experience is fully customizable to the individual who is wanting to try something different with their portraits. Once
Yeah.
they're booked and they have access to their questionnaires, then they get set up with one of our artists. Our team will work hand in hand to ensure that everything's set up to where you don't have to worry about what you're wearing. You don't have to shop for anything new. You don't have to do anything new. We make it so that everything is here and ready to go. No pressure, no anxiety, no stress. Just come out, have a day of pampering, of feeling good, and of being taken care of. And maybe for the first time, being told how amazing you are.
Wow. I love that. So you just show up.
You
You
just show
take
up.
care of the rest.
Yes.
I love it. I love it. So much fun. So Do you ever hear anything that you're like, that is such a misconception about what you do?
Yes. So a lot of times people think that you have to look a certain way. You have to be a certain type of person. You have to wear lingerie. You have to be a woman. These are all misconceptions within the industry. Our empowerment sessions are tailored to fit anybody. We're an all inclusive studio. So this means that if you have a vision, an idea, and maybe something that you don't even know about, you just want to try something that's going to make you feel good about yourself or see yourself in a different light, we're here to make that happen because it's, again, not one size fits all.
Yeah, I love that. So, a lot of the locals around here are in a similar situation as you, where people move around a lot. We've got the military here, and you have experience now of, kind of, I guess, reinventing yourself in a way, kind of starting over every few years. So, if someone listening is in that situation and a business owner and maybe has gone through some challenges, what advice would you give them?
That's a great question. Something that I do encourage a lot during our mentorships here is that don't underestimate the power of community. Your
Mhm.
competition is not your enemy. Your competition is supposed to be someone that propels you to be better, that pushes you, that encourages you. So don't be afraid to reach out to other business owners. We ourselves here are really welcoming to anybody, whether you're doing the exact same thing we're doing or something different. Just entrepreneurship is lonely enough as it is and stressful enough as it is. Don't be afraid to reach out to people.
I really love that you said that so much, because I just so believe that even if you're doing the same thing, there are ways in which you can collaborate and if anything, just support each other, because they're going through the exact same things. And I love that mindset so much. And I imagine that just makes things so much easier when you are someone who has, just moved to the area and are trying to start again. I love that. Yeah. So what is something that you wish the listeners knew about your business?
I'd have to say, things are not as scary or as intimidating as they seem online. Yes, everything looks powerful, it looks intense. You come in here and we are going to just have a blast. We're going to talk. I fall all over the place. I want to think I'm funny, but I'm really not that funny. I just trip over things and I say the silliest things. So before you know it, we're just two friends over here having a good time creating some magic together. So if you've been on the fence about trying or over trying something different, don't let that fear be something that keeps you from experiencing something at least once in your lifetime that might be just what you needed.
Hmm. That's a great message. And you've lived in Fredericksburg now. How long have you been in Fredericksburg now? Not that long.
About a year and a half now.
About a year and a half. What are you loving about living in Fredericksburg?
I'm absolutely in love with the blend of historic and just the woods. So I'm originally from California. All the greenery over here has got me over the moon because it's beautiful. And I know a lot of people might not appreciate it as much, but honestly, you don't know how amazing you have it. It is absolutely amazing and it's a great community to come into and really find the support because one thing I've noticed is that the community really wants to support small businesses like myself.
Mhm.
And so I couldn't have landed in a better place.
Amazing. I always say that this is the best area in the world to live in because we've got this small town feel. We've got all the history. If we want culture, we've got DC. If we want mountains, it's just a couple hours away. The beach, a couple hours away. It's just
Yep.
we're so close to so many different things. It's just I love our
Yeah.
little Hallmark town. I love it. So, is there anything else that maybe we haven't talked about yet that you would like the listeners to know about Empower and Sparkle Studios?
The only thing is that we are new to the area. We moved from Japan, and obviously, we talked about moving every 3 years. However, we are planting our seeds and staying in Fredericksburg for the foreseeable future. And so, we're really excited to really just call this our home and make something magical and wonderful, create something for the community that just becomes a powerful thing because we're not just about creating the portraits, but also building a community. So we'd love to invite you to come by and check out a lot of the events coming up where we have events for mommy and me reading, paint and sips, bingo nights, and all sorts of different collaborations that are in the works with other businesses in the area.
Amazing. Well, the Fredericksburg area is lucky to have you. Thank you so much for being my guest today. And if the listeners want to know more, how can they connect with you?
You can just go onto Google and search Empower and Sparkle Studios, or you can visit us at www.sparkleboudoir.com or Sparkle Empower and Sparkle Studios.
Amazing. Seydi, thank you so much for joining me on the podcast today.
Thank you for having us. I really appreciate your time.
Thank you for listening to the Fredericksburg Neighbors Podcast. To nominate your favorite local businesses to be featured on the show, go to fxbgneighborspodcast.com.